Appreciate you guys' time always. Thanks for making the trip down to Reno. But first and foremost, always, man, thank you, Jesus, for the victory, man. I talk to our players a lot about 1 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And we need all bit of that, because especially on the road, short week, and things don't go your way, some of those anxiety, those fear thoughts creep in, or what's going to happen. It's always the next play, man. Always the next play. And this was a hard-fought team win on the road, and I'm proud of our guys. And we put a premium on team is always greater than me. And I'm always looking, because that's hard to do. The championship teams find a way to make it all about the team. And we're working to continue to grow that. That locker room is filled with guys that are about the team, and I'm proud of them doing that. Second half, I think that shows. Right, shut out by our defense. Our offense, not perfect, but finding a way to have long drives, capitalize on touchdowns, and come out with a big-time victory on the road. So proud of all three phases, find a way, proud of that locker room and how much they love each other and find a way to battle, and we need to continue to grow.
It's kind of a weird game offensively. You got downside to 5 a couple times. We're struggling to get it in there, and then Maddox missed some throws. What can you say about the defense kind of picking up the offense tonight?
Yeah, tonight, offensively, we found a way to win. We scored. We needed every single one of those points, and finding a way to improve and even get better in the fourth quarter. I don't know how long some of our offensive drives were late, but we had a couple long ones that can just wear them out. First down, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 1, first down. You can wear a defense. Now we got to be more explosive, and we missed some explosives tonight, and that could be on Maddox, could be on the offensive line, could be on schematic adjustments that we didn't make offensively. There's gonna be a lot of things we got to look at, but I'm proud of our offense finding a way to get it done in the win. But our defense played really well tonight, man. There's going to be some tackles and some missed third downs that we're all going to look at and clean up. But I'm proud of them being relentless, proud of them finding a way to take the ball away. We've had a lot of conversations about past defense in the past months. Jeremiah Irvy, 2 interceptions. Amari McCoy, interception. They're finding a way. And our coaches, all they do is coach and pour into these kids, and they're playing good. Are we perfect? No. But we're growing, and that's what we need to continue to do. So I'm proud of our defense. Huge shutout in the second half. If you take those turnovers off the board, or let's say defense gives up some touchdowns here and there, it's a whole different football game. So that's a good team win.
What does it mean for Jeremiah to reap the benefits of seeing some? It was a big deal to him that he was able to get a couple picks tonight.
It's huge, man. You talk about a young man that practices his tail off, banged up, senior. He played really good last week too, and that's, I think, sometimes, especially playing DB, you can play really good and no one knows you did because no one threw the ball to your guy because it was covered the whole game. Jeremiah's been playing some good football, and for him to get those 2 interceptions tonight, big time plays, he deserves the credit because of the work he's put in.
They're both big, but the second one, it's still a ball game, and he goes and gets one in the end zone.
Absolutely. They're driving to make it a 1-score game. It was first down, missed tackle, first down, huge interception in the red zone. Like I said, turnovers is such a huge stat to winning games because if you don't get those guys, it's a whole different football game. And Jeremiah deserves credit.
With Maddox, I know the stat line wasn't the best of the season for him, but he made some big throws when he needed to and scrambled for a first down, I think a 4th down, and pushed that in there on the goal line. And I know fans, everybody doesn't know what guys are going through and stuff, but how tough is he, and what's he battling through? Maybe fans, just see the stat line and don't think he had a great game.
Maddox Matson is as tough as they come. Warrior. He is beat up, banged up, braces, but he's a warrior. Finds a way to practice, finds a way to make sure he's out there with his team, just so he can come out and compete for this team to find a way to win games. And he found a way to win tonight. Those are things that people cannot miss. The 4th down that he scrambled to, phenomenal decision. They covered it down perfectly. He found a way to know where the sticks are. Those are huge plays in the game. That when you have a competitor quarterback and you have someone that doesn't flinch in the big moment, you can't put a price tag on that, man. I think the world of Maddox, and yes, there's some things he missed tonight, no question, but he found a way to win. It's hard to win. You look across college football, being consistent winning football games is hard. Hats off to our staff, hats off to our players, find a way to win.
How long have you guys been working on that tush push?
Yeah, it's one of those things we rep every single week. Sometimes it doesn't come up, and we needed every bit of it tonight. They did a great job in some goal line defense. We were down there early on in the game, and they held us to a field goal, which is uncommon. So hats off to Kane. We knew Kane was going to do a really good job. I think the world of him as a coach. And they found a way to get a stop. But proud of our guys, continue to battle. And Maddox called its number on that play, man. And he deserved it.
Amari has got 4 picks in the last 5 games. How impressive is that? And then on the one he had tonight, it felt like he had some. It felt like he had some anticipation something was going to happen there because he's on the other side of the field when the play started.
He is a smart football player, man. I mean, he is he practices, he preps really well. He understands how a offense is going to attack him, and he played it perfectly. I mean, he knew the over route was coming just by alignment, what he was doing, and he made a big time play on the ball. I mean, he's playing at a high level. Yes, there's things that he needs to improve on, but every single player, every single coach on the staff, start with me, has things to improve on, and I'm proud of him.
Jeremiah, he kind of jumped the gun, he got that pick, and Jeremiah was telling us, freshman quarterback, and he's like, it wasn't vanilla, but you guys are kind of seeing a lot of what Navaza was giving you guys. Will you say that was the case?
Yeah, I mean, our guys, we saw a lot of stuff that they didn't put on film, and they had a really good plan to start the game. We saw a lot of different formations, a lot of different ways to put our guys in conflict. They played with 2 quarterbacks in the game at times, right? Our guys had to adjust to a lot of certain things, but I'm proud of our guys find a way to make plays. I mean, that's a good football team. We knew they were going to be ready to play. Coach Choate does a really good job, and we needed to play our best tonight to find a way to win. And was it perfect? No, but we found a way to win.
So what can you say about this team playing on the road? I mean, 2 tough losses at tough places. Air Force, a bunch of yards. Today was 7 points at halftime. I guess do you have any thoughts about playing on the road as a specific team right now?
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, I think we only won 1 game on the road prior to tonight. And our 2 losses were on the road, to good opponents, but that's not an excuse. We got to find a way to win those games. We didn't. And so we talked I'm just all about giving our players truth. I made sure they knew exactly what time it is for this game. Hey, this is what you're going to expect. Because I don't ever want our players to go into a game and be like, that wasn't what we expected. You're going to get everybody's best. You're going to get some certain things. This is what the atmosphere is going to be like. This is what we need to be able to respond to. And we have to play better on the road. I mean, we got obviously a big-time home game coming up here next week, but then we've got 2 huge road games with 1 at home to finish the season. Got to find a way to play better on the road and always looking at that operationally and what we're doing with our players to find a way to be better.
So what did you tell them today going into today's game? And I guess was there anything at halftime as well, you said, specifically about, being on the road and fans and everything?
At halftime, it's all about our execution because emotion doesn't win football games. Execution does. And execution breeds momentum. And when you execute, you create momentum, and then you see a team start to pull away, which we did. And it was hard. And I mean, it was up and it was down, and you think we're going to find a way to break free. We did it. But good teams find a way to win, and it comes down to execution. At halftime, it's not about being on the road. That's a 100-yard field. We're playing football.
What can you say about how the guys responded to the travel issues yesterday?
They did a really good job, man. I mean, flight delayed, all that. Honestly, me and you were talking, or me and Jay were talking, I was honestly glad about it. Our team needs to go through some of those things on the road. We lost 2 games on the road this season where travel and everything was perfect. Plane left exactly on the time. Hotel was great, which we want. But you got to respond. We got to find a way to respond. Football is a game of unknowns and random events. And when that flight got delayed and got pushed all the way back and I got to my room at 11 o'clock at night, we got to respond. And I'm proud of our guys once again find a way to win.
Spencer, I wanted to talk, there was a moment that stood out with Maddox. I think it was after a sack or a turnover, I couldn't remember which, but he got the offense on the sideline and it looked like took accountability. I mean, how did the guys respond to that? Did you see that kind of unfold?
I did. I heard a little bit about it. Right when the offense is off, I'm back on the defense, but he's a captain for a reason because he has the respect of his team. Not just because he's the quarterback, because he has the respect of his team because of the work he puts in. So when Maddox talks to guys, they listen because they know he's in it for them. He's in it for the team, and that's why he's the leader he is.
I remember after the Notre Dame game, Spencer, there was a muff punt or something, and your guys were, you mentioned your guys were down there to cover it in time they could have fallen on it. And then you fast forward to tonight, how good was that ball that Oscar hit to check up inside the 5, and then, obviously a game-changing play. You guys go, you come up empty on your first 2 offensive drives, and then that happens.
Game-changing play. I mean, even special teams-wise, and we've talked a lot about special teams, and we still have to continue to grow, but our guys are improving in our special teams phases. And that was, I don't know the score of the game at that time. I think it was maybe up by a touchdown.
10-7 or 10-3.
10-3. And they're getting the ball. I mean, we saw that last week where it's 14-3 and we muff the punt and they go down and score. It's 14-10. So those are monster plays of the game. And I got to give Montetuioti a shout out, man. He found a way. He was in the bottom of that pile fighting his tail off to get that. I might carry him on the bus tonight because that's just a huge play. Great pump by Oscar. Great job by our Bullets covering it down. I mean, it's a huge play in the game.
You mentioned it being tough. You mentioned being tough to win. Tough to win. To get a road win in conference play is never easy. You're bowl eligible for the 28th straight year. I mean, I know you had bigger goals, but you're still undefeated in Mountain West play. I mean, just to come down here and get a win. I mean, maybe it wasn't the prettiest, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, what can you say just about what this means big picture wise, I guess?
Yeah, BJ, it's hard to win. I mean, I don't just look across college football. Watch tomorrow and just the amount of games where everybody assumes someone's going to win and they don't. It's hard to win. And I never will ever not celebrate wins with our team because it's hard to do. And I'm proud of our guys just finding a way. Now, just like anything, we got to learn from this win tonight. There's going to be a lot of things when I watch that film on the play and our coaches do that we have to get to work to get fixed because it can't happen. We got to grow each week, but I do believe our team is growing and we got to continue to find ways to stack wins.
Spencer, how old were you when you started playing football?
Good question. I started playing football when I was in Pop Warner in the 8th grade.
Okay, so Boise State's now been bowl eligible for 28 straight years, so it might have been before you even started playing football.
True.
How
Yep.
wild is that consistency?
I mean, we stand on the shoulders of decades, more than decades, almost 3 decades of coaches and players that are blue collar. Team is always greater than me. That's what's built Boise State. I had absolutely nothing to do with that. But I am blessed to be a part of a program that has that inbred in its culture. And it's my job to make sure we grow that every single day because culture is what you allow. And what are we doing as a program? And I'll make sure that we continue to grow our program to new heights because we have a legacy to represent. And that matters. It matters to our team. We talk about protecting the blue, and the blue's not just at home. The blues are culture. When we were here, there's a bunch of Boise State fans on the road in Reno on a Friday night because they care about this team. They care about the culture that we have in the front of our chest.